Hello. It's late. It's pretty late, but there's a reason for that. One of those reasons being that this is probably going to end up being the standard time for me going forward if things continue as they are. It's a management of excuse me. It's just a management of things. But how is everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Today's stream is probably going to just be a short one for today, and I will be doing a little thing while chatting just so that I can keep myself busy, because if I'm just talking, I'm probably going to get sleepy. It'd be how I be. But good night, everybody. And I don't mean that as a good night as in sleep, but rather I hope everybody is having a good night, because it is nighttime. I see there's a few people in chat right now, which is nice to see. Laurie was here earlier and now she's not. I guess she just popped in really quickly. I also may hop into the VIP chat as well. It depends on different things. But right now it's just me working on stuff. Laurie is doofus. Yeah, but that's why we like her, you know? That's why we enjoy Laurie's company. So, the thing we're gonna be doing while I'm at least chatting, because I am just wanting to chat for a little bit. If anybody has any memes they want to share, I've got the Discord up on the side. Someone's gonna have to let me know in the Twitch chat if they post anything, because for me to see Twitch chat, I have to have OBS over top of Discord. So there's that. The other thing is, what I'm going to probably be doing while I'm just chatting is either looking at memes that you guys send me, just reacting, because I want to see what y'all got. I want to see what y'all have to share. Or I'll be looking at this. Let me make sure it's the right screen. Yeah, or I'll be looking at this, which is, I'm going to try to get a fresh start on one of my bolts for Obsidian. I've been learning Obsidian. It's a very fun note-taking program. Lamb, you're aware of it. I showed it to you. I have been wanting to compile some notes. Now, one of the things is, this right here is my primary set of notes for resets, defects, the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system, and so forth. I have decided to separate the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system notes into its own vault to work on. And I've also decided that I'm going to try and start from scratch on the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system, because it's a lot more in depth than what I was giving it credit for. I knew it was in depth, but there was more complexity to it than I initially anticipated. So I need to be a little bit more thoughtful with how I handle my notes. So going forward with this next iteration, I want to just start simple with some folder stuff. First thing I want to go for is just things like actions, keeping that part simple. I do also have a few other little things here and there. There are the homebrew stuff, so I will add that into my folder as well. I wonder if I can. It would probably be. Whoops. I have a habit of doing that. Hang on. I like to use the graph as a kind of general way to handle a lot of my notes visually. There we go. Okay, so where is it at? there it is. Right here, I need to put down a few of my homebrew notes. So I'm gonna just copy this and make some edits as I go. Are those your notes? Yes, these are my notes. I am currently trying to get notes down for the Pathfinder 2nd edition system. And that spiderweb graph. I like the graph. I think it's fun. Okay, if I do this, what happens? Okay, it doesn't work for that. Is there a way to make the header larger? Let me Google that really quick. Also, hi, Gamma. How to make the header in Obsidian Notes larger. Make headers larger in Obsidian. You can either install a custom theme that allows for visual sizing adjustment or use basic CC snippets. Okay, so there's a few community plugins and different things like that, but there's also the CC snippets. I'm not good with CC snippets, so I'll have to figure that one out on my own time with the theme I'm using. For now, I'll just stick with what I got. So right here, I'm going to just do a full. We've got those ones connected up. Now I've got my main notes right here for homebrew stuff. Now there's a couple of other homebrew. It's so freaking cool. It's really cool. So here's the really cool thing about Obsidian, and I'm gonna show a little bit of my early notes for the Pathfinder 2nd edition system. So here's the thing that makes it so cool. So in what this graph does, all these little dots are individual note files. And all these lines, these little connections and whatnot, are these little bits right here, these highlighted bits of text. These are your linking notes. So whenever you have a note, you can link a note title to a specific word through brackets. You do a double bracket intake and then type the word, and it will link that word if it matches the title of one of your notes. So I can have my notes be like, say, looking in through here, I can see that the first thing to go over is the actions for the system, which are I really need to work on my spelling on some of these, which are all the basic actions that players can take during combat or during activities. So if I hover over the text and then press Control or hold Control and then hover over, it'll show me a little quick preview of the note that it is. Or if I hold Control and then click, it'll open the note in a new tab. And this note itself can be linked to other specific notes as well. Right now, I am focusing on the stuff that I know I've worked with right now, which is my homebrew notes. So these are the homebrew rules I'm going to be using for the system, which means these are going to be the easiest for me to organize. Also, I should do this really quickly. There we go. And I'm going to just pin that message. There we go. Is this for your, manga you have been working on that has tons of lore? Nope. This is, so what I'm currently working on right now is just, I'm wanting to get a personal note file for all of, like, for everything that I think. Did somebody say boom? Ah.
XO0R underscore 404X cheered. X300. Astral, don't listen to TTS error, didn't send bits.
I don't believe you. That's a new one. There's a couple. So, back to what I was saying. I lost track of what I was saying, actually. Hang on. Thank you for the bits, by the way, Error. What was I saying? Right. So I'm trying to get a personal set of notes for the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system. The reason... Astral Diom. The Halo thing isn't working. Hang on. I don't know why that one's not working. Here we go. There we go. All right, anyway, I'm gonna be just working on these notes. I'm gonna get a couple of these things underway. So I'm gonna just go through this, make sure that this is correct. Let me read through this again. Well, the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system has many rules and extensive details on how to run certain circumstances, such as the world of resuscitation. It's a totally homebrew world and thusly is subject to homebrew rulings. These rulings are meant to first and foremost be engaging for the players. I want to make sure I got my notes right. So let me check the Discord, see if anybody shared anything. Please be sure to let me know if you have any, if you're sharing memes in the Discord, let me know so that I can be a part of it and look at them on stream. Character creation minus stat. I can go ahead and first thing I want to do is decrease the size of these. I learned about that the other day. I'm not sure how many of these will actually need their own specific thing. Hero and villain points definitely will, and so will potions and expiration. Quick action items I don't think will need a big one, but I should put extra notes for circumstance stuff. I'll start with the first one, which is character creation minus stat. So, by the way, to explain, I'll go ahead and explain each of these homebrew rules so that y'all know what's up. These are not going to be the only ones. I plan to kind of add more as I go for either generalization or simplicity. In this case, this homebrew rule is for character creation process. It's something that I personally allow so that players can have a little bit more flexibility with their character. For anyone who is going to ever play in any of my games, which would be like Blossom and Geen, who are currently here, this is going to be one that y'all will have access to. So, also I'm a slow, I tend to be a bit of a slow typer, so I'm sorry about that. Hmm. Um. I forget how it organizes it. Hold on. I think it goes left, right, left, right, left, right, down, left, right, down, left, right, down, instead of down, 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 move over, down, down, down. I think that's how it goes. That would mean that... okay, no, they re-changed it. But yeah, it was that way. So it's strength, dex, on, and and crew. So human fighter character, I'll just quickly make a sheet using that, so to keep it simple. With a farmhand background. And the fighter class. Okay. So because they're human, they have 2 free slots. So we'll go ahead and say they put one in their strength and their... Ow. You sent some memes. Okay, we'll take a look at that. We'll take a detour from what we're doing right now and then take a look at that. Cookies. I actually got a box of the Chips Ahoy cookies the other day and I was really happy. I haven't been sent Chips Ahoy cookies from y'all in... I did not mean to click that. Hang on. I've not been sent any like snacks or anything from you guys in a while. It's almost sad, but not really. What am I looking at with this one? Hold on. Let's see. What do we have here?
Come on, Pidgey, why are you level 50?
Hang on.
Come on, Pidgey, why are you level 50 in Route 1? The max level 4 Pidgey in this area is supposed to be level 5. What? You fool! Why do you think they want us to say level 5, huh? It's all Pokemon Trainer can easily defeat or capture us! Look, there's literally one right there!
This is not going to go well for that poor trainer.
Wow, I just got my starter Pokemon from the professor! I can't wait to start this Pokemon
That is a swole Pidgey.
Pidgey, you're
Why has it not evolved is my question.
literally gatekeeping these trainers from starting their journey! It's either them or me, Rattata! And I'm picking me every single time! I take a break for 1 day, and a freaking Route 1 Pidgey decides he wants to go all the way to level 50. Arceus, do you know what I do to Pokemon that go over their level limits? I'm sorry, I just wanted to. I bring them to a different area, of course. Come on, Pidgey, there's a Route 21 for a level 50 Pokemon just like you.
Well, that happened.
And there's no way I just saw an Arceus spawn in the starter area.
Imagine you're just some guy and you just see that. You just see that happen and you're just standing there like, how do I process that? How do I accept that as the reality of what just occurred? All right. That was good though, Lost. If you got any more, do share. It's fun every time. I enjoy it. To make a bit smile. So let me see. Okay, so let's assume he allocates his slots so that he has the following. This should be for a level 1. Big boom. There's another one. I'm waiting for you to figure out where that one is. There it is. Hello. There's a few more, I believe. I think. Yeah. Ow. I gain. Silent cookies again. I'll fix it. Alright, let's see if they're working. How's that? Did you hear that one? Cool. Y'all probably are hearing some fireworks go off. While we don't have a lot of neighbors, fireworks are still loud, and people like to come into the hills to set off fireworks. I'm gonna mute my microphone so y'all don't hear the fireworks. I lost what I was saying there. Do not know how to spell sorcerer. Ah, there it is. Background, do I want to go for with this one? Go with merchant. Hold up. Okay. I like to do extensive notes because if I provide myself with examples, it allows me to be able to present these to my players. I also got the stat array wrong on thing up there. I'll need to fix it. Is the term min-max or mid-max? I actually forget, due to pronunciation, if the term is when a character is trying to fully and totally utilize and optimize their stuff for the best mechanical thing. Thank you, Al. Hello. Ow. All right, I think that'll do for the notes on this. That's all the notes for the character stat. Now we have the extra archetypes. So Astral, it's terrible. What is? Explain. I also forgot what I was typing. I texted my ex last night, basically asked him out. Okay. You already got me a little nervous now because I don't want this to get into some drama stuff because I had that happen a little while ago. The next thing you say better not be drama, man. You got me antsy. No, it's no drama. He just called. Okay. Accidentally denied his call. Oof. Hey. So Astra, how many memes would you like? Just send them one at a time and let me know when you send them.
Listen!
What's up? I did it. Okay, let me finish this line here. Okay. Let's take a look at what you got. I see that you have posted a bunch of them all at once as opposed to one at a time, like I asked. Nice. Now, I could be a jerk and not watch any of them because you didn't do what I said. But I'm going to anyway because I like memes. Also, I hate the fact that all of them are in the Discord because it means I have to go into my settings and make sure the Discord is hooked up so that the audio goes through. So thanks for that, Loss. Hold on. Would you have rathered me send a million Twitter links to open? Weirdly enough, yes, because I can copy the link and post it in, but it's fine like this. I just have to check a thing. Which reminds me I need to check something now. So give me 1 second. And they are really going heavy on the fireworks. Give me a moment. If I downloaded all these for nothing. Alright, hang on. Let me make sure it's hooked up. Okay, so I have to reroute the audio. Give me 1 second. Okay, this should do. Let's see what you have for me, Lost. This looks like some Dead by Daylight stuff, so we'll see how that goes. Well, he's cooked. Like, I'm cooked. Oh, we got an Overwatch one. Hold up. Like, what's the point of trying?
There is a point.
Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what just happened? What happened? How did that occur? That's so dark. Oh, I think I know what this is. I might know what this. Well, no, maybe not. Briefcase of instant fear. I've seen this puppet before, but I don't know where it's from. That was extravagant. Are all of these just like 2-second memes? Rose Batman. Oh, it's Betcha Chameleon. Okay. This should be good. Okay, that... I'd let him live on principle. That's just good. I'd let him live on principle. That one's just good. What am I looking at? Hope with the ball is made of antimatter. This is... Alright. Where do you get all this brain rot stuff, Lost? Like, you just have this on hand? Never mind, I figured out where you get it from TikTok. I miss Lost.
Just so that
What we got here?
I understand the meme.
Alright, this is Russian Badger. What do we got?
Just so that I understand the meme. Armor piercing, fin stabilized, discarding Sabot. Armor piercing, high explosive. Armor piercing, high explosive, fin stabilized, discarding Sabot. Or Sabo, sorry. Armor piercing, high explosive, fin stabilized, discarding Sabo, high explosive, capped, ballistic capped. Armor piercing, high explosive, fin stabilized, discarding Sabo, high explosive, anti-tank, high explosive, capped, ballistic capped. And then we just got Besh. That's what we're working with. Not high explosive squash head, not hash man. We're on that bash. Just so that
Alright, somebody... I need to @ Panzer for that one. Hang on. I need some feedback from Panzer on that one. What do we got here?
Here is actually like okay. This is actually a good spot.
That's just me and Lamb. That's just Lamb and I. That's just a typical Minecraft game between the two of us.
The biome here is actually like okay. This is actually a good spot.
Except for I would have knockback 4 on the frying pan and he would go flying. What we got here?
What the fuck, gay Batman? What the hell was that?
I'm gonna skip this one. Not for the reason you think, but because I am trying to pull back on some of the swearing stuff. I'm really bad for swearing, and I need to reduce it. So, I put a warning. I didn't... You think I'm gonna read it? Brother, I'm dyslexic. I didn't even see the text. It was just a blur to me. I'll let it slide.
Fly straight, bro. I can't. I'm gay, Batman.
I see the joke.
Look around. One of the zoo
He's laughing. I'm not. I'm laughing at my own thing, not this. What is this? What do we got here? Looks like some Harry Potter stuff.
Here's a quote from the devs pulled straight from their Steam page. It's a comedic sandbox with a complete lack of safety nets or boundaries. Players are free to indulge in the full abject chaos of untethered physics simulations and uncontainable emergent gameplay, using a toolkit of magical spells and items to solve problems in a way that we cannot hope to balance against.
So, they literally just said, we're gonna just throw people in a sandbox and see what happens.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well. Actually, here's a quote from the
this feels like a let's game it out moment. What do we got here? XQC, a streamer I don't watch. I know of him though. I know of XQC. I just don't watch him. I don't know much about him. Discovers a forbidden speedrunning strat. If there's a joke there, I missed it. If there was a joke in that, I missed it. I didn't grasp the joke in that one. It just, like, he did a stupid thing, and that was it. Not really that funny to me. I'm gonna be real, it was just kind of dumb. Like, there wasn't even, like, a reaction. He just kind of just stood there. Just die. They aren't all gonna land. What's the joke though? Like, there's not a joke there. It's just he discovers a speedrunning strat. There wasn't a punchline or anything. He just did something stupid and then died. That was it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Minecraft's not a stupid game though. He just played stupidly. The game isn't stupid, he is. Let's see. 3 hours of sleep doesn't affect me at all. This should be interesting. Now you see, that's a punchline. That's a punchline. You took that too literally. How else am I going to take it? You see, this is a good setup and punchline. Man's like, oh, it's a volleyball. Except, no, it's not. And then you just see him dead. Excellent. That's a good joke. That's actually funny. I already don't like where this one's going. You know those tires can explode, right? Okay, that one was good. Because I knew what was about to happen, but even knowing what was about to happen, man got Gary's mod ragdolled on that one. Just I love that he's just what a perfect cut that is. You just see his leg. You just I feel like you just hear this and you just hear life could be a dream, life could be a dream. Lost, if you've got editing software, bro rotated so fast. If you've got editing software, can you take this image and then right at the end of it, turn it black and white, have it slowly zoom in on the legs as the last frame, and just play Life Could Be a Dream. If you do that right now and post it, I will post it on Twitter. I will post it on Twitter and be like, I will straight up post it on Twitter and be like, look at what one of my community members have made, and I will be sure to at you and all of that stuff. I'm tired, boss. You don't have to, but it would be really cool if you did. You got a King Kong one.
The monkey chain! The monkey's fist! The monkey!
Okay. I feel like I know who this is, but I don't know for certain. Candy/drink companies. We need a new flavor. What do we got?
New flavor. What we got? Norman, if you say strawberry kiwi. Oh, let me what you got, Wesley? Berry blast.
I wonder how he got this shot. Obviously, I would have to assume he photoshops it because he obviously didn't duct tape himself to the ceiling. But it does make you wonder how he did this shot. I gotta catch up. Huh. Not usually a big fan of like mic mess stuff, but that's funny. Who gets crazy blocks? What's about to happen here? It's 2 seconds. What? Yeah, that ain't real. I don't believe that's real for a second. I've seen this. I've actually seen this. Boy, his ears would pop like mad. I did see this though. That was a funny bit. If you actually did do that in a perfectly air like sealed up room, your ears would pop like crazy if you did that. I may have seen this. I've seen a lot of Lethal Company stuff. Nope, I didn't see that one. What do we got here? My cat knows he's not allowed outside, so I have to race him to shut the window. Little guy got the zoomies. Look at him go. I've had my cats do something very similar. Oh, that's Ed's World. I don't know if that was done for the meme thing, though. It's right timing, but I'm not sure. Ed's World's one of those things I'm not really sure about. I know of it. I don't know its humor, though, so I'm a little worrisome about it. Though it is from Cole, so it probably isn't too bad. All right. Alright, so that's this note, I think, all done. It's a pretty simple rule that we've got here. Bro rotated so fast. I already read that. Let's see. Now this one's gonna need some explanation. Okay. I need to look up hero points really quick. So let's see. How did that one thing go? Had a very particular note for something. Hold on. Let's see. Where is it at? I don't remember where it's at. There it is. Good. There we go. Okay. Yes. uh music stopped. There we go. No, that's not the thing that's gonna do. I can't remember all of my initial ones, so I'll add to that as I go. Oh. I still have yet to properly flesh this one out. I have another set of notes I need to go to for this one. I'll have to add more to those later when I'm not just compiling notes. This one is going to be one I think all of my players will hate. I genuinely think all of my players are going to hate this one. Wait a sec, why do I have 20k channel points? I had like 2k last I checked. I refunded everybody's points some time ago. Welcome in. So, let me run this by some peeps. Geen, are you present or are you just lurking? With me on mute. I would expect the latter, but I'm curious. Oh, also, Mr. Astral, you want to do rivals later? I could probably do some rivals later. Hey, Gigi, are you familiar with tabletop games? Yes. So, yes, I am. How familiar are you with Pathfinder 2nd Edition? Also, I'm in VIP if you want to hop in. I decided to hop into VIP. Not really, but I'll hop into VC shortly. I'm getting snake. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and briefly explain this then. Currently, I'm just working on writing out the details, or at least as much of the details as I can, for the homebrew rules I'm doing for my game within the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system. Currently, I have 3 homebrew rules that are set at play right now. Need to handle a couple of these. I think the quick action item 1 is going to be the easiest, so I'm going to do that one really quick. I don't know how to spell the word thoroughly. Hang on. Not through. There it is. Most of my experience is D&D and Risk Halo edition. I'll explain a few things here and there then. It's simple enough to understand. If you understand D&D, it'll be simple enough to explain. And they really go crazy with the fireworks. Thank you for the hydrate. I actually don't have water. I'll have to go get some. Hang on. I'll be right back. I am back. I have water and I took a drink. All right, let me finish typing this out. I feel like I'm missing one. Hang on. Let's see. Here we go. This one's gonna require a little more for me to work with. Let me see. I think after this next one, I'm gonna call stream. Refine this one. You know, you haven't done a lot of explaining on what it is. What do you mean? Oh, the rule. Right. The homebrew rule. I was gonna explain one of the homebrew rules. I forgot about that. Let me do this really quick. That and the difference to D&D. Now, I don't think I said I was going to explain the difference between D&D and Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I don't think I said I was going to do that. Now, did I add? I did not. I'll need to add those. Okay. That one is for now. Hi, Gigi. Hi. One second. Okay. For now, that will do for at least the start of my main notes. Okay. Let's go find someone to raid. Before I go, though, I will briefly explain to you what the rule I'm working with is. So, I'll give a quick synopsis for you so that you have an understanding. Pathfinder and D&D don't function very similarly due to the major difference of their action economy being very different. That's not really as important to the rule that I'm working with, but there is a sort of key aspect to it is the scaling is very different. So your level and your rank, because how do I describe this? All of your things have a rank, and that determines your level of proficiency. So there are 4 ranks. You have trained, expert, master, and legendary. You add your... What? Yeah, but there's more nuance to it due to the way the skills work. And this is for anything, not just your skills, but your armor proficiency, your reflex saves, your fortitude saves, and your wisdom and your will saves. And your ability to hit things, your spell casting, all of them have ranks. And you also add your level to it. So you add your proficiency and your level to it. So the scaling gets much higher as you level up and rank up your abilities. So scaling is a lot more critical to leveling in Pathfinder than it is in D&D. It's more balanced because the way scaling would work is in D&D, your 2-hit ratio due to AC stats being more static is more down to a random chance factor than it is in Pathfinder, because even in D&D, a level 1 fighter still has a chance to actually do decent if he gets lucky in combat, regardless of what he's fighting. Whereas in Pathfinder, your level really matters. Here's the difference and why that counts. In Pathfinder, you don't just crit on a natural 20 or a natural 1. You crit by either rolling a natural 20 or a natural 1, or you roll either 10 above or below what you're trying to hit. Yes. And why that's important to the AC scaling is your AC also is something done by scaling through your armor proficiency and level. So a level 10, let's do this for example. A level 5 fighter up against a level 13 red dragon or a CR 13 red dragon. There is a 0 chance of that fighter actually even hitting them, even if they roll a natural 20, because even if they roll a natural 20, it will only give them a successful hit instead of a critical hit. And here's why. The way it works in Pathfinder is if you roll a natural 20, the way you scale it is not you automatically get a critical hit. It is you treat the degree of success to hit as 1 of degree success better. There are 4 degrees of success in Pathfinder, which is critical failure, success, critical success. So if you get a natural 20, the rule is basically you do 1 step better, which usually means that your hit goes to a crit. You follow? Even if like a level 5 fighter hits a dragon with a natural 20, his ability to hit that dragon's AC is so low by comparison that his best opportunity to hit only nets him a successful attack, not a critical success. Levels are way more key. I would compare it to like anime scaling in that sense, in that a difference of strength is just that extreme. But that also leads to more interesting dynamics because it means that players can genuinely feel, they can really feel the scaling, because combat becomes less about how high the numbers go and more about how dynamic the numbers are flowing. So it's all about the flow of combat on a linear path rather than a horizontal path. Most of the programs that use Pathfinder 2nd Edition auto do the math, so it's more just about strategy. The general rule of thumb in Pathfinder 2nd Edition is it's you're not trying to not get hit, you're trying to not get crit. That's the general rule. So the idea is to use the game mechanics to put the odds in your favor to lead you to better results. And there are a lot of ways to do that. Hero points, the traditional system, is one of those ways. Hero points, and the way I am running them in my game, in conjunction with an alternative rule called villain points. Every player during a session can earn up to 3 hero points. Hero points let a player either roll twice on a roll and take the better result, or re-roll a result they already rolled and take the better result. Now, there's a key rule with hero points that I function with. If a player re-rolls a die, and that die, the new die they roll, is a 10 or below, they add a plus 10 to it. So they're at the very least have a higher chance of getting a better result. When they choose to burn a point preemptively to roll twice and get the better result, if both of those numbers are a 10 or below, they add a 10 to the highest of the two. However, if one of those numbers is above a 10, they don't do the addition. They just take the higher. So there's a little more risk in using it preemptively, but the benefit is that you're effectively just preemptively choosing to try and get the better result right out of the gate rather than re-roll a mistake. You get the same effect, so to speak. One just requires a little more commitment. Now, villain points are the opposite. I haven't fully fleshed out what they do, but basically what I have as a foundation for what they do is so the way villain points work, I'm still working on them, but the one things I do have down is that villain points, the way I should mention, the way hero points are earned is through them doing either heroic deeds, doing something that supports to the narrative of their character, or by rolling natural 20s. So if they roll a natural 20, they earn a hero point. However, if any of the players at any point rolls a natural 1, I get a villain point. Villain points let me do what the players do for the villains. Well, you can only have a maximum. You can only have a maximum of 3. Every player can only have a maximum of 3, meaning if I have a party of 4, at most there will be 12 hero points at play, but they can't trade hero points for one another. They each have their own pool they draw from. And likewise, I can only earn up to 3 hero points, but the reason why I only, not hero points, villain points, but the reason why I can only earn up to 3 is simply because it is statistically more likely for me to earn points than they are, because they can only ever have a maximum of 3, and they only get hero points through their own natural 20s, not through their allies' natural 20s. I can earn points through any of their natural 1s. So that's one of the big things there, that the advantage I have. However, yeah, and then there's my the secondary point, the third points, called pity points, and they're my favorite. So a player can only get 1 pity point per session. It functions exactly like how a hero point does, with one key caveat. The player has to either mechanically or narratively take a dive. So something needs to happen narratively or mechanically that is counterintuitive, meaning, for example, say a alchemist is brewing a number of elixirs and fails the roll, and he doesn't have any hero points, so he wants to use his pity point to make the batch of elixirs. I can give him the pity point, but I can then choose what happens narratively to sort of dive it, either mechanically or narratively. So let's say the character prides himself on making good elixirs that anyone can drink. Narratively, what I can do is I can say, you made a bad batch and it tastes like sewage. All the players have to make a fortitude save to drink it. It works, but it tastes like it tastes like old pickle juice. Correct. I would do something like that. And it can be that narrative or mechanical down can be literally anything, but it cannot be something that would take away the effects of a success. However, if they make the roll or do something like, say, someone's using an arquebus, a type of rifle, and they're about to shoot somebody and their ally is standing next to them, I could be a horrible person. If you use this pity point, you can get a chance to re-roll, but if you miss, you're hitting your friend. But yeah, that's the current thing. I am going to go and raid Ulterior Build Crew. They are playing Power World, to no one's surprise. Everybody's playing Power World right now. But yeah, what I was just doing was chatting and compiling my notes today. Anyway, thank you all so much for showing up. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Y'all have a good time. Nobody could hear you, by the way, because I have the Discord muted, by the way, Gigi. Basically. Anyway, I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.